Hey everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host Café con Leche for the next hour, encouraging you to get social with us online. That is, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BxRx TV and like us on Facebook at Open BxRx Television. And of course, while you're there, you can follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. So our first guest is a holistic health coach and energy channeler who believes that everything we need to heal our body is in nature. After her own experience with sea moss, she decided to create Sacred Moss, a sea moss gel infused with crystal shungite and sacred geometry, joining us. And she's here to join us and share more about the benefits of sea moss. Please welcome Sacred Moss founder, Glenda Serrano. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. So excited to share all about sea moss and more.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to learning more, especially me. Let's just share with everyone a little bit about the benefits of sea moss, because quite frankly speaking, I found that it was a trend last year, and I myself attempted the sea moss trend, and because I understood that sea moss contains 92 of the 102 minerals that we need in our bodies. However, I will say it wasn't exactly the most pleasant tasting experience.
Yeah, I totally understand that. That is my most asked question, is like, what does it taste like? And it has, first of all, it has so many benefits. You are absolutely right. Our bodies need 102 minerals, and sea moss has 92 of those minerals, right? So overall, I think we are nutritionally deficient. Our food is nutritionally deficient. And I think, you know, it's important to begin to add the nutrition our body needs so it can thrive. As far as the taste, you know, a lot of people who taste it, because I do taste tests whenever I go somewhere and I have sea moss, they're like, oh, it really doesn't taste like much, or it really doesn't taste like anything. For me, also, it's about the texture. It's very gelatinous. It's like almost like a collagen. So I hide it in things. Some people can love to eat it right off the spoon and think the taste is fine. And for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put it in my smoothie and my juice and my, you know, whatever else to hide it and just blend it. And I think it's a great way to get the nutrition that you need without worrying about the flavor.
And so how much of it is recommended on a daily basis? Let's say from your gel jar.
Yeah, great question. So recommended is 1 to 2 teaspoons daily.
1 to 2 teaspoons daily, and that could be directly from the spoon and or inserted in whatever drink or food that I guess it will complement.
Absolutely. So it's actually, I'm sorry, it was tablespoons. 1 to 2 tablespoons daily is recommended. And yeah, you can hide it. And I also believe that, you know, listen to your body, what you need. Sometimes we're like, okay, let's start 1 tablespoon and see how it goes. And if your body's like, okay, we can do 2 tablespoons. And I think it's a process to learn to listen to what our body needs as well.
Okay, so what compelled you to become so engulfed in creating this Sacred Moss?
Yeah, great question. Well, first I was using it for myself. I started using it for myself. You know, my partner was using it. And I'm like, what is this sea moss thing? And he's been using it. It's been in his family since he was a child. I was like, all right, so let's try it. He's Jamaican. So I was like, let's give it a try. And I quickly noticed like a change in my energy levels, in my mental clarity. Also, my hair started, I have a lot of hair, but you know, when it's shedding, I'm getting older, my hair starts to shed. I noticed that my hair stopped shedding so much, you know, when I was washing and combing out. So I was like, okay, this feels really good. I need to share this. And so that was the beginning of Sacred Moss, and it's, you know, sea moss sharing, and it has been a journey since then.
Okay, so those are the benefits from your personal experience. Do you know what the benefits are aside from the mineral nutrition that one attains from just consuming it on a regular basis?
Yes, absolutely. So it's great for energy levels, to improve energy levels. It's great to boost your immune system, which right now in this day and age, you know, that's a big conversation. Helping to keep our immune system strong and healthy. I mean, nutrients, minerals are an important part of keeping our immune system healthy. It's great for thyroid health, hormone health. It's a natural libido booster. It's anti-inflammatory. There's so many things. It goes on and on and on.
What about estrogen?
Well, that helps with hormone levels, right? So it helps with hormone levels. It helps to balance hormone levels. It really does.
That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. That's inspiring right there.
Yeah.
Rather motivating to kind of go, you know what, let's give it another try. So let's talk about you identifying as an energy channeler and how that also contributes to your sacred moss, because I read that your sacred moss is made with intentional vibration, aside from the nutrients, and that you also incorporate crystals and sacred geometry. Can you share all of these other components that go into this jar that people purchase from you?
I'd love to. Thanks for that question. Yeah, I think it's so important to be intentional with what we consume and what we put in our bodies. And intentional means like, instead of like just consuming things because someone told you to, or, you know, like, okay, I'm taking this for my health, I'm taking this for my well-being. And so when I create and actually put intention and energy into my sacred moss, I infuse it. There's such a deep reverence. Like, this comes from Mother Nature. And I remember when I first got my first box and I opened it, like I got emotional holding it. Like, I know that sounds silly, but I connected with the abundance of Mother Nature, of Pachamama, as we call it, as of Gaia. And I connected with the abundance that she gives, because nature really provides everything that we need. So I come and infuse it with so much healing intention. I channel my own energy and I say, like, may this be the highest healing intention for every person who consumes it. I make it in small batches, so it's not like a mass production. And that's my intention piece. The shungite piece is, I started making it, I started drinking it myself. I'm like, this uses a lot of water. We need high quality water in this. It's so much water to make sea moss gel. So as I started researching, shungite actually enhances the benefits of the water with its physical and spiritual properties. It's actually an antioxidant. It's great for skin health. It's great for inflammation in the body. So it was a great complement to sea moss overall. And sacred geometry, it just came to me, honestly. I was like, I need to incorporate sacred geometry. And sacred geometry is a natural pattern in nature. And this is the sacred geometry here, which I put on the logo. It's a flower of life. And the flower of life, the vibration is harmony, order, and vitality. And actually, it infuses that frequency into the water, which infuses our body on a cellular level.
Wow, talk about mindfulness.
There you go.
Nice. So I really need to, shungite, this is the first time I'm ever hearing about it. Can you just elaborate a little bit more on this particular water that you're referencing?
Yes, well, I actually get it from a place in Montclair called Thought and Motion Water Bar, and they have a whole shungite crystal filtration system. I haven't gotten to there yet. I will get there, but I use their water. It's super high charged, and they have a whole filtration system where I go and I get the water, and then I actually infuse that shungite water into a glass jar that's embossed in sacred geometry in the flower of life pattern. So it sits in that frequency and actually restructures the water. There's research on restructuring water and frequency out there as well.
That's amazing. I love all this language, the consciousness and the frequency. And, I've actually seen the difference of cared for water versus neglected water energetically. So let's close out with your energy channeling.
Yes. So that's what I do. Before I even start to work with the moss or make the moss, I actually have an altar and I pray and I, call in my ancestors and guides to channel the highest frequency possible into the sea moss for the highest healing of all. So I bring it in. I think it's it's like, when we get chicken soup from a restaurant or chicken soup from my mom, for mom, that's a whole difference because, mom is infusing it with an energy and love and intention and healing. And I like to think that, I know that I'm bringing that same energy and intention and frequency and healing into my moss as well.
Especially because you're definitely bringing it from Pachamama, and you're educating people in the process of using food as medicine. And thank you for bringing it here to our viewers. Glenda Serrano, founder of Sacred Moss. And you guys, if you're interested in Sacred Moss, all you got to do is visit the website, sacredmoss.co. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to hear about a solo exhibition showcasing art from Ground Zero. Don't go anywhere.